This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting. You hear me? Insane. America's bi-state voice of freedom. The voice of freedom. People understand we can talk free. We can live free in this great country. And the hell with these rotten bastards that try to silence us. Radical Radio. And we are, as always, very, very, very proud to be the Patriot. I guess it's a good Tuesday morning. I got up on the wrong side of bed this morning about 5 o'clock. I went and worked out, and I tell you, it just pissed me off. You guys hear what I say at the start of my show? You hear the disclaimer at the start of my show? You know it's going to get nasty. You know it's going to get offensive because, see, we can do that in America. We've got every right to speak our mind, to speak our piece, to give our opinion. Got every right. And I'm utilizing that right every day. Every day. And I get ignorant son of a bitches in today's dedicated to Megan Green, that skankalicious alder bitch from St. Louis, Missouri. Now, Lou Reed's not sitting here. Don't blame my program director who's sitting across from me. Blame Bob Romanik, Megan Green. Blame Bob Romanik, Francis Slay. Blame me for what I say. Don't blame someone else, you idiots. This is America. Can't stop me or anybody else from saying anything. And how egregious. And we're going to get into that momentarily, but anybody that knows Megan Green, Francis Slay, let them know that Bob Romanik, I'm in here by myself. And I'm going to let you know what I think of you two idiots, you two scumbag son of a bitches. Are you going to blame me? Hey, I just had a veteran walk across the street. He heard me say that. The veteran clinic's right next door. What, do you want him to lose his veterans benefits because he didn't come in here and silence me? Megan Green? Mayor Slay, you idiots? How the hell you think somebody's going to silence somebody else in this great country? This ain't Russia. Pisses me off. It just pisses me off. Let me try to get through this. Annual Breeze Lions Club. Their chicken dinner coming up March the 6th, Sunday at the Breeze American Legion. Adults, $9. Children under 6 are free. Serving from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Homemade pies, cakes. If you need some information, carryouts are available, and deliveries you can call 526-4265. The annual Breeze Lions Chicken Dinner. Our good friends in Dupo, February the 20th. The Mouse Races at the American Legion Post 485, located at 200 South 5th Street in Dupo, Illinois. Races start at 7 p.m. Tickets are $10. For any information, you can contact Victor Heitman at 618-337-3202. The 2016 Polar Plunge to benefit the Special Olympics of Illinois to be held Saturday, February the 27th at noon at Carlisle Lake, the main beach, Lake Road in Carlisle, Illinois. Any questions or concerns, you can call Justin Dunning at 618-654-6680. On February the 27th, doors open at 5. Bingo starts at 7 at the American Legion Post again. Post 485 presents the Blacklight Bingo Bash. They take this money, the American Legion in Dupo, and they give it to police officers who go out and they shop for less fortunate children's gifts. Great cause. If you have any questions or concerns, would like to get involved, you can contact Carrie Moore at 314-681-3291. Mississippi Valley Duck Hunters, America the Beautiful Chicken and Bear Dance, to be held February the 20th at the Quail Club, 8303 Concordia Church Road in Belleville. For any information or concerns, you can contact Jolly at 618-977-2986. Concordia United Church of Christ, located at Route 163 and Concordia Road in Millstop. Pancake and breakfast, sausage breakfast, February the 27th from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. All you can eat. All proceeds go to their Sunday school functions. St. Stephen's Parish, all you can eat chicken dinner, to be held Saturday, February the 20th from 3 to 7 p.m. at Vote Hall at Route 157 in Kaysville, next to the Kaysville Village Hall. Adults $10, seniors $7, children under 5 free. I want to say hi to Mr. Bensbacher and all our buddies in Mascoutah, Illinois. Bunch of great people in Mascoutah. We were through there a couple of weeks ago, got a great reception. So Dan Kraus, Mr. Bensbacher, and all the good people in Mascoutah, we want to say hello to all you good people. Don't forget, you can pick me up on iTunes. Type in Bob Romanik and/or the Grim Reaper of Radio. You can go to our streaming site, insanebroadcasting.com. One word, common spelling for all 3 of our great stations. You can hear me on my repeat performance every day at 4 o'clock p.m. and also broadcasting from the graveyard to the graveyard shift every night at the stroke of midnight. On this date, February the 16th, 1868, the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks was organized in New York City. On this date, February the 16th, 1909, the first subway car with side doors went into service in New York City. On this date, February the 16th, 1914, the first airplane flight from Los Angeles to San Francisco took place. On this date, what a great date, February the 16th, 1932, the first fruit tree patent was granted to James Markham of Stark Brothers Nursery and Orchards in Louisiana, Missouri. And I believe that the first fruit tree was dedicated to no other than our own Mark Sweet Cakes Kern. I believe him and fruit cakes probably get along. On this date, February the 16th, 1946, the first helicopter was commercially designed in Bridgeport, Connecticut. On this date, February the 16th, 1965, 4 people were arrested in a plot to blow up the Statue of Liberty, the Liberty Bell, and the Washington Monument. On this date, February the 16th, 1968, the first nation's 911 emergency telephone system was inaugurated in Haleyville, Alabama. On this date, February the 16th, 1992, all the former Goodyear blimps were now painted yellow and blue. On this date, February the 16th, 2005, the National Hockey League canceled its entire 2004-2005 regular season and playoffs because of a labor dispute. Last but not least, on this date, February the 16th, 2006, the last mobile Army Surgical Hospital, MASH, a MASH unit, was decommissioned by the United States Army. That's what happened on this date, February the 16th, throughout all these years in our world's history. I want to put out a belated 35th wedding anniversary for Reverend and Mrs. Tom Qualls. Their 35th wedding anniversary was February the 14th. And coming up, I guess, Thursday or Friday, February the 20th, Mayor and Mrs. Black, their 60th wedding anniversary. Our good friends, our great friends in Caseyville, and we'll announce that again. Also, want to say happy 63rd birthday to our good friend in Cahokia, Jerry Nichols, the lone wolf of Cahokia. Happy 63rd birthday, Jerry. Hope you have another 63. And Ron and Shannon Hummert. Ron works for Austin Transmission over in St. Louis, and his lovely, lovely wife, Shannon. I want to say hello to all you guys at Austin Transmission in St. Louis, and thanks for listening. We sincerely appreciate it. Okay. Now, I'm a little calm, but I'm going to get pissed as the show goes on. Now, for all you people, I want you to listen to this. And then after you listen, then you understand. If you don't want to listen to me, if you don't like what I say, don't listen. Turn off the damn radio and don't come back, you gutless son of a bitches. But don't be bitching about what I say, and I'll say it again and again. Don't get mad at me for what I say. Get mad at those brave military heroes. Every one of them gave some of their lives, and some gave their entire life. So I could live free, I could talk free, so guess what? That you could live free and talk free. And they want to give Lou Reed a bunch of crap for what I said, Bob Romanik? Listen to this, and then we'll go from there.
If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately.
You understand? You understand what was just said? So just turn it off. Now let's get to this Megan Green crap. I read an email from some stupid bitch, says Sharon Jones. A quiet storm has been brewing since mid-January. Bob Romanik. It all started when radio talk show host Bob Romanik, the infamous, and thank you very much for the compliment, self-described Grim Reaper of radio, featured St. Louis Board of Aldermen President Lou Reed on his show to discuss allegations made by Ward 15 Alder bitch Megan Green on political corruption. Now, here's what I got to say to that, and this is Bob Romanik, and during the show, I told everybody, as I tell them every time when I have a guest, when I speak, when I criticize somebody, which is my right under our great Constitution and Bill of Rights, the First Amendment, you say what the hell I want. I was pissed. This ignorant, stupid bitch. Now, you got that, Megan Green? You got that? Megan Green. You would have never been on my radar if you hadn't made those allegations about the alleged bribes concerning the new football stadium. And by the way, bribes that were never sustained or substantiated by law enforcement officers anywhere. Never substantiated anywhere, Megan Green. But you come out and make the city of St. Louis look bad. Oh, there's bribes going on. I ain't the only one. You need to have your mouth washed out with soap for telling those falsehoods. Why aren't law enforcement officers still involved? Because of you and your unfounded allegations. You put a black mark on the whole city of St. Louis, Megan Green. You put a black mark on all the elected officials. Some may deserve it, such as you and Mayor Slade, but some don't deserve it. That's why your ass was being jumped, your stinky, hairy, nasty ass. I'd have never would I have jumped your stinky, smelly, white, elitist ass if you hadn't created all the unfounded, unwarranted, and for the city of St. Louis, the unwanted controversy. You dumbass political scumbag cockroach. Whoa, that was Bob Romanik that said that. The car drove down the street, Megan Green. Let's get them in trouble. Let's criticize them for not driving through my radio station here, my radio show, and running me over. Because I was talking about you. Who the hell you think you are, Megan Green? You think everybody's going to defend you? Megan Green, you should have the decency to resign. You ignorant bitch. You should then apologize for what you have done to the good cities of St. Louis reputation And they have a good reputation. The crime rate's pathetic. But the town is a nice town. If we'd get rid of Slay, it'd be a great town. But look what you've done, Megan Green. Unlike Lou Reed, who did nothing or said nothing wrong on my show. And in my opinion, and no one else's, Lou Reed didn't need to apologize. Lou Reed did nothing wrong. You, Megan Green, you're the one that need to apologize to the people of St. Louis. You need to apologize to the human race, you bitch. Only from a white racist bigot like you, Megan Green, would a proud black man who has done nothing wrong be asked by a white racist piece of crap such as yourself to resign from office? An office that the good people of St. Louis elected him just because he was in the same room as me, a crazy white son of a bitch? Sometimes. No, not sometimes. Never politically correct. White radio talk show host who doesn't give a damn and who will exercise his First Amendment rights every day. Thanks again to the brave military heroes, some who gave their entire lives, some who died, Megan Green. So may I remind you, Megan Green, Alder Skank, so you too could speak free and live free in this great country of ours. And I will not, and I'll say it again, I will not let these brave military heroes die in vain for the rights that they fought and died to give me and you. If you want to be upset again, be upset. Blame our brave military heroes for all these great freedoms they fought to give us. Blame them, Megan Green. You little low-life son of a bitch and bastard bitch. I can't think of enough bad names to give you, Megan Green. You know, and you said, you know, they talk Megan and Slay. Bob Romanik's a felon. I made a mistake 18 years ago, and I will not. You hear me? I will not. And make this clear, Megan Green and Francis Slay, and all you rotten bastards who think you're perfect and better than everyone and apparently never made a mistake in your life. I will not let a mistake define my life. I will not let one bad choice define me. But I'll let all the good I've done the last 18 years define me. You know, I'll let that be judged by God. You hear me? My actions, if judged, will be judged by God, not by you, Megan Green, Francis Slay, who apparently think you're godlike. Are you guys crazy? I ask you, Slay or Megan Green, do you think anyone will believe that either one of you ignorant bastard political cockroaches that you'll ever denounce anyone who supports you or gives you campaign contributions who have been in trouble? You political idiots never. You never vet or you never check the background of all your supporters or political contributors. Hell no, you don't. You hypocritical son of a bitches. And Mayor Slay, you sawed-off wannabe dictator, low-life piece of political crap. I just know you tell people who've been in trouble over in St. Louis, people who have committed felonies, people who have been in troubles, not to vote for you. Because then you'd have to tell your low-life brother, Leo Slay, not to vote for you. Wouldn't you, Francis? You remember your brother, Leo Slay, don't you, Francis? Come on now. You remember your brother, Leo Slay? Leo Slay arrested at casino parking lot on heroin possession charges. Leo Slay, one of Francis Slay's younger brothers, was arrested at the River City Casino Sunday afternoon. Following a report of hit and run of several cars in the parking lot, Slay was identified as the suspect, was detained, and they found on him heroin. Now, he's a convicted felon. Slay, you need to resign, you no-count, low-life bastard, because you're Leo Slay's brother. You couldn't stop him from taking heroin? From being a heroin pusher, maybe. I don't know. What was he doing with all that heroin? How did he get it? Did he illegally buy it? You couldn't have stopped him as his brother? You're not much of a brother, you low-life bastards, Mayor Slay. But you want Lou Reed? You want Lou Reed to stop me from talking? from taking away my First Amendment rights? Are you nuts? Lou Reed's a decent man. He would never try to stop or silence someone. He don't have to take up for someone I'm talking bad about. That's not his position. That's not his position at all. But Slay, come on back. Come on back to reality. And it says here, Mayor Slay's brother, older than most heroin addicts. Mayor Slay, your brother, and he was on probation already for another charge. So is he a two-time convicted felon? And you want to talk about me? I'll bet you take his support. You don't throw him out on Front Street. Leo Slay, the brother of Mayor Francis Slay, arrested for heroin possession. And here's what it says. Well, sure, Mayor Slay has issued no statement on the matter. Hell no, he's not going to issue any statement. Not about his brother, a convicted felon. They'll talk about Bob Romanik. They're not going to talk about Leo Slay, who supports his brother, Francis Slay, and his brother, Francis Slay. You need to resign again. Because if that's the premise you're using, that Lou Reed should resign because he couldn't stop this crazy son of a bitch, me, Bob Romanik, from saying what I wanted to say, that he should resign, you're holding him responsible and he never should be held responsible, then I'm holding you responsible for your brother and his heroin possession. You're just as guilty as he is. And what about Vervis Jones, the ex-comptroller, Slay, and Megan Green? He's all over both your asses politically. He goes to jail for 2 counts of tax fraud. And also another $300,000 family situation of money come up missing. Hell, I don't know, Slay. I don't know about all your cronies over there. But you must have forgot, you hypocritical bastard. You know, what about the other supporters that are felons? Vervis Jones and who knows who else, Slay? You don't know who gives you money. You know, you and that alder skank, Megan Green, I guess it's do as I say, not as I do. You lousy, hypocritical rats. And I'm sorry, I got to apologize for the rats of the world. They're not as bad as you low-life, self-righteous cockroaches. And I ain't going to apologize to the cockroaches because you no good son of a bitches are just as bad as cockroaches. And Megan, I want to tell you, and I want to tell Slay, this is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio. And I want to say what a low-life piece of crap you people are. What hypocritical son of a bitches you are. And you people, you know the backdrop. The backdrop was Lou Reed came in to talk to me about the stadium, to talk to me about a few other things. And the subject of Megan Green was brought up. Lou Reed said nothing really bad about her. I don't think he agreed with her. I'm the one that went crazy. Hell, Lou Reed, I'm over here with fire in my eyes. What's he going to do? Shoot me? What's he going to do? Wrestle me down to the ground? You going to assault me in my house, on my show? You people of St. Louis, you guys are smarter than that. They're trying to make this a big political storm, and it's not. And you know who should be I can't say that. Megan Green, she's crying this poor crap, people. She's crying because she's the lady. She's not a lady. She's not a lady in any sense of the word. This bitch is not a lady. When you get in that political arena, you know what you are. You're a politician, you piece of political crap. She has set back women's rights at least 20 years, people. At least 20 years. And this one email, it's a hate crime against all women. I'm not talking about all women. I love women. I love women all together. I love them. It says the violent language espoused by Romanik could easily turn into violent acts. Are you nuts? See, this is what these people get melodramatic. And I don't know who wrote this story. Well, I'll tell you who wrote it in just a minute. Yeah, Sharon Jones, one of Megan Green's supporters. Megan Green uses her womanhood. Here, I gave you the example before. I'm up in the ring fighting a black guy. I hit the black guy. The black guy says, man, that guy hit me. He's a racist. Hit me because I'm black. No, I hit him because he was up in the political arena. When you're up in that political arena, up in that political ring, you're not black, white, man, woman, Democrat, or Republican. You're a politician. And Megan Green, that's what you are. You low-life piece of crap. And I'll berate you daily. I'll berate you daily. You and Mayor Slay. It's not coming from Lou Reed. Then they talk about that I was a major donor. Lou Reed never asked me for a penny. He's an honorable man. I found out he was running for mayor against Slay with all the killings. I wanted my family to be safe to go to St. Louis. That was the skin I had in the game. Lou Reed can't help who supports him. Lou Reed didn't vet me, didn't vet everybody that donated to him. Slay didn't. I know Megan Green didn't. Matter of fact, Slay's people came to me and wanted a donation. They contacted me, and if he says they didn't, he's a damn liar. Slay, you know what you did, you hypocritical bastard. But for all the ladies that have a woman's movement, you guys should be treated equal. But don't get up in a boxing ring and not expect to get hit. And then when you get hit, don't make an excuse. Hey, hit me because I'm a woman? No. I'd hit her because she was up in the political ring. And that's what you do. You fight your political enemy. You don't cry about when you get hit. Oh, I'm a woman. You're not a woman, and you're not a lady ever, Megan Green. But you're not a woman when you're up in that political ring. You're a politician. And for anybody to think that Lou Reed could stop me from talking, and I want to apologize, not to Megan Green, that alder skank, that no-good smelly-ass bitch, or Slay, another no-good smelly-ass bitch. I want to apologize to Lou Reed, an honorable black man, because he didn't deserve the treatment he got. And it was partially my fault. I should have said, Lou Reed, get the hell out of here. I'm going to talk about this ignorant bitch. But I didn't, so that's my fault. So Slay, Megan Green, and your few little bullcrap supporters that are trying to make a mountain out of a molehill, it's not going to happen. Lou Reed did nothing wrong. The only thing Lou Reed did wrong, in my opinion, is apologize for something that he didn't do. That's the only thing Lou Reed did wrong. But you attribute this whole show and that show when Lou Reed was there to Bob Romanik. I always say when there's a guest on my show, when I come after someone, that it's Bob Romanik talking, not my guest. And Megan Green, how pathetic are you? You knew that. You're trying to flip the script. And Slay, boy, what better time to come out with this, Slay, when St. Louis, again, is the #1 violent city in the United States? You've killed him economically. You lost the new stadium. And you sit there and said on the air, you little sawed-off Napoleonic wannabe dictator bastard. You said, I ain't talked to Crunky in 15 years. What a great political leader you are. What a great businessman you are, Slay. You should have went and talked to that man. You should have tried to be nice to that man. But I guess you're the typical Francis Slay. You're bigger and better than everybody. You're not only not better, you definitely aren't any bigger. You sawed off. You got that Napoleonic complex, Slay. You know what I mean? But for you and Megan Green to come after Lou Reed, people sit back and think about it. How hypocritical Francis Slay is. Lou Reed's not my relative. Lou Reed, I've never been over to his house. He's never been over to my house. We're not the best of friends. I think we respect each other. But here's Slay, going to give Lou Reed crap, and Megan Green, that alder skank, give Lou Reed crap because of what I say. Then I say, Slay, resign because you couldn't stop. What do you mean you couldn't stop your brother Leo Slay from possessing heroin, from being a 2-time felon? I'm holding you accountable. If you're holding Lou Reed accountable for the crap this crazy white boy says, then I'm holding you accountable. It's the same premise, Mayor Slay. And only in America, this white racist bitch, this Megan Green, you think about it, people, both black and white. Only in America are St. Louis and Megan Green's little weird mind of hers, what little mind she has, and I think she sits on what little mind she has. I think it's her ass. Only in America can a proud black man, a decent, proud black man that's come up and become president of the Board of Aldermen. Only in America can he be chastised by a white racist bitch for what a white crazy son of a bitch and radio guy said. How the hell does that happen? How does that happen in America? That's the most racist thing I've ever heard of. She's trying to get a black leader to resign, a black leader who was calling her out for things that never were said, calling her out because she made the city look bad, put a black mark on the city of St. Louis, and it's got enough black marks. And she wants him to resign? How racist? How racist is that? White Megan Green? And I don't want to make it a racial issue, but apparently it is. You're going to take what a white guy said and try to destroy a proud black man after that black man's worked hard to earn what he's got, to be a leader of not only the black community, but the entire community of St. Louis? And you've got the nerve, you bitch, you've got the nerve to say that he ought to resign because me, Bob Romanik, exercised my First Amendment rights, the rights that these brave military heroes that died to give me? Megan Green, what a cockroach, what a piece of scumbag political crap you are. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting at its finest. Now listen, people, America's bi-state voice of what? Of freedom. Bi-state voice of freedom. Radical Radio. And we are proud to be the Patriot.
From KQQZ 1190 AM, St. Louis, Missouri, USA, you're listening to Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting at its finest. America's bi-state voice of freedom. Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. For you that just tuned in, Bob Romanik sitting here by him. And I got a bottle of lime Perrier water. Let's blame the lime Perrier water for me talking. This Perrier water should have jumped up and smacked me upside the head. That's just as egregious and stupid as Lou Reed trying to stop me from talking. But they want to make, again, a political mountain out of a bullcrap molehill. But that's Alderwoman who tweets about bribery and corruption. This bitch is a complete idiot. There's no bribery or corruption. Law enforcement said no, but Megan Green says yes. Megan Green says yes because she wants to be the center of attention. So guess what, Megan Green? You are the center of my attention. You're the center of my universe, you ignorant bitch. I don't understand. I do not understand how the people aren't in an uproar over what she's attempted to do. She thinks that everybody in St. Louis is stupid. Oh, we want Lou Reed in trouble for what Bob Romanik said. How egregious is that? How dumbfounded, how stupid to make a play like that, thinking it was going to stick. Lou Reed did nothing wrong. Again, other than apologize for something he didn't do. I think he was wrong on that. But again, I want to apologize to Lou Reed. I wish he hadn't have been here. He's an honorable man. He doesn't deserve this treatment. And I'm a white guy talking about a black guy. And here's a white bitch who's trying to flip the script. What a racist she is. What a racist move. And people think about it. Think about it. a proud black man, she's going to jump him for what a white guy, said? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? You're going to blame a black guy for what a white guy says or what a white guy does, Megan? Are you that desperate to get rid of the black leaders in St. Louis? And then you're going to say, oh, I'm a woman, and I shouldn't have done this, and it brings a bad light. No, it doesn't bring a bad light. What I say about you, personally about you, one woman, it brings a bad light on women whenever you try to throw them all under the bus. And it says women are often criticized not for policies, but by personal character. Are you nuts? I'm strictly talking policies. You can't hide behind being a woman. Oh, it says Romanik's word were literally disgusting. So thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. In the Lord, unbelievable. She is unbought and unbossed, which partially explains Romanik's need to characterize her in sexist terms. I'm not sexist. They're disrespectful political terms. Nothing about sexist. If she's a man, I'd have called her a bastard. To belittle her as a woman rather than address her policies, platforms, and agenda? Are you nuts? That's exactly what I addressed, was her policies, her platforms, and her agenda, or lack of. Unbelievable. And it says, this is undoubtedly an ugly episode. This is from her friend, Sharon Jones. That ugly episode, Romanik and Reed. No, let's take Lou Reed out of that. Romanik, I should be held publicly accountable in the media. And hey, hold me public accountable in the media. Do you think I give a damn, you ignorant, stupid son of a bitch? And I'm talking about you, Slay. I'm talking about you, Megan Green. I don't give a damn. Let me tell you one thing. In a nutshell. I'm going to get a little personal here. I lost my son in September. I don't give a damn what you people think. I don't give a damn what you think, Megan Green. You got problems? Lose a son, you think problems, you bitch. Francis Slay, you no good bastard. You can kiss my ass too. And I'm tired of this bull crap. You know, Slay's demanding that I give Lou Reed back, or Lou Reed give me back the money that I donated to Lou. Lou never asked for a penny. Again, he wouldn't tell you that his people approached me about making a sizable contribution to his campaign. You won't hear that from Slay, but you'll hear it here. You know, and what about some more of your questionable supporters, Slay, over there in St. Louis? Some of the thugs, some of the gangsters. You know what I'm talking about, Slay. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So some of your political contributions. And don't think, you hypocritical snake, once again. And I got to apologize to the snakes of the world because they're not as low-life and slimy as you, Francis Slay. You say, give me my money back. I say this only to prove a point. And it actually bothers me, people. It actually bothers me that I really don't have to defend myself, but I do this to show what lowlifes this Francis Slay and Megan Green are. You know, I was in prison 18 years ago for obstruction of justice. I'm not proud of it, but I'm not ashamed of my actions because I never do anything to hurt a friend. I never rat a friend out, and I didn't have to because they did nothing wrong. But even if it hurt me instead, because unlike you, Francis Slay, I'm a man, you gutless, ballless, dirtbag son of a bitch. For 18 years, Slay, you idiot, I've donated or given about $1.5 million. You hear that, Slay? The last 18 years of my life to try to live a good life, to live a positive life. And I don't want to go there. But I've given over $500,000 to the hungry, Slay, and to the less fortunate people of this area. I'm feeding the hungry on Thanksgiving and Christmas. This year alone, I give about $25,000. And if you think I'm lying, I'm dying, I can prove it, Slay. And if you want to challenge me, I'll prove it. And if I can prove whatever I say here, you give me $20,000 to feed the hungry. And if I can't, I'll give you $40,000. Because everything I say, I've done. Do you think these people want their money back? Do you think the people want their money back or they care where it came from? Hell no. Whenever the people were hot as hell burning up down below the hill in East St. Louis, Washington Park last year, I donated 100 fans. It wasn't in my name. I didn't want it to be in my name. But when I give $5,000 scholarships, and I can prove that, Slay, You know what I tell the people at the university? Don't put my name on it. I just want to give because I give. I give to the kid who needed money to be buried, Slay. You weren't there. I give money. They didn't say, oh, you're Bob Romanik. I don't want your money. So on your premise, Slay, all these people should give my money back because I'm a no-good son of a bitch. I may be a no-good rotten bastard, Slay, but I've helped more people in my life than you ever thought about helping. I've helped people all over. And you no-good son of a bitch. And I've done it with, guess what? I've done it with my money, Slay. I donate baseball uniforms to the Salvation Army, to the fire and police departments for equipment, to every military organization. Didn't want anybody to know that. But I guess, I guess you have to. And I don't do it because I'm a nice guy. I do it because I have the ability to do it. And you know what? To be honest, it makes me feel good, Slay and Megan Green. So when you say, Lou Reed, give me my money back, are you nuts? Are you nuts? Do you think the people at the Murray Center who were freezing didn't have furnaces? Guess who bought the furnaces, Slay? Green? Bob Romanik, this rotten son of a bitch. And again, I did it because I had the opportunity to do it. I take food to the dogs. I feed the dogs. And you know what a friend of mine said? He said, hey, Romanik, you're not going to change their lives? And I said, are you nuts? I'm going to change their lives for a day. These poor animals will probably die a horrible death. But I'm going to give them one last meal. I'm going to change their lives for one day. The bastards that kill people get one good last meal before they go. And I say all this, Slay and Green, that I am a no-good son of a bitch, and I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if you or anybody likes me. I know what the hell I am. I know what I've done in my life. But let me tell you, you hypocritical son of a bitches, you low-life scumbags, you bastards, Green, Megan Alder Skank Green, and Slay, Francis Slay, you no-count scumbag cockroach of a person. You want to cast a bad light on me, on Lou Reed, on everybody else that doesn't kiss your ass? Are you nuts? Do you think people give a damn about what you think? Do you think I give a damn about what you think? You guys are in the political arena. Don't start crying when I come after your ass, and I'm going to be coming after your ass all the time, Slay. I'm going to come over to St. Louis. There's so much crap going on over there. And you rotten bastard, I tried to call you. You hung up on me. I asked about the crime rate. You're not protecting the people. There was another killing night before last. More killings in St. Louis than anywhere. People, the most violent city because of Slay, his lack of leadership. The most aggravated assault and batteries. The most rapes. The most robberies. The most murders. And they're worried about Bob Romanik saying something about this skank, this Alder bitch. And they're trying to throw Lou Reed, an honorable man, under the bus for something that I said? When all this serious crap's going on in St. Louis, people, do you understand the word smoke screen? That's what these bastards are trying to do. Slay and Megan Green. That both pieces of political crap. Well, I guess I'm going to get the men's group after me now. Slay, get the men's group. Nobody's bitching when I call a man a bastard or I give a man crap. And an honorable woman wouldn't bring her gender into a political fight. But Megan Green, Alder Skank, Alder bitch, Alder whatever, Alder cockroach, Megan Green, she's going to bring it up. She's going to bring it up because she is a woman. But it does the women's rights movement no good. Again, it's set the women's rights movement back 20 years for the personal voyage that this bitch is trying to take that she doesn't deserve. She needs to take a voyage down the toilet because that's what you do with political crap. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ, 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ, 1430 AM, insane broadcasting at its finest. America's bi-state voice of freedom. And Megan Green and Mayor Slade, don't you ever forget it. It is the voice of freedom. We live free in this country. You rotten bastards, you can't stop me or anybody from talking, you no-good son of a bitches. Radical Radio. And we are, as always, proud to be the patriot and a free American.
From KQQZ 1190 AM, St. Louis, Missouri, USA, you're listening to Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, very proud to be the Patriot. You know, as time goes on, I always tell you I'm not a religious man, but to get through this situation, I may become, but somebody told me at one point, he said, you know, Bob, that God walked and he befriended criminals back in his day because he was a forgiving soul. So I tell both of you, you useless, them a God, no good pieces of crap, if the criminals were good enough to have God keeping company with them, then maybe I'm not such a bad guy. But you guys aren't God over there. Slay, you're not God. You look down on everyone. This Megan Green, you elitist, white, racist bitch. You look down on people. You guys should be in the gutter. And you should be looking up at all of us, because that's where you need to be, in the political gutter. You need to be in the humanity gutter. So you guys, do what you want. Say what you want about Bob Romanik. When I throw a rock, I'll wave both my hands. But don't take it out on a decent black man who's worked hard to get where he's at. And all you people listening, both black and white, especially from St. Louis, and they're going to give a damn if you're a Democrat or Republican. Why would you even think about letting these two rotten imbeciles, these two no-good pieces of scum, these sleazy, greasy bastards, Megan the Skank Green and Francis the Skank Slay? Why would you let them play this egregious cat and mouse game? Why would you let them okey-fadoke you and try to bring Lou Reed down, a proud black man who has done nothing but came on my air to talk about the problems of the city? Come on my air that most other people won't, because they're afraid. They don't want the hardball questions. I've asked Lou hardball questions, and he's given me hardball answers. But I just think it's so egregious that a white guy says something in front of a black guy, and the black guy's the one that's going to be punished, penalized by the lead of a white woman. Megan Green, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You can put on this good front, a hurt woman, but you're not a woman. You're a skank, and it's a different division of womanhood, and that's as low life as I could disrespect you to say that, and that's why I do, because you've disrespected the proud gender of the woman. You know you have. You've taken it to the political level. Never should have been. So Megan Green, you need to rot. You and Francis Slay both need to rot in political hell. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you've been listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. Come on back tomorrow, same time, same place, unless you're offended. And if you're offended, turn off the damn radio and go play with something in the bathroom. I don't want to hear that crap. This is America's voice of freedom. We're free in this great country. What a great country. Free to say what we want, when we want, about what we want. We don't have to pick and choose. We don't have to soft soap it. This is America, people. We do what we want because we've earned that right. Our military has fought to give us that right, and we're not going to let anyone take that right away. And there's no wrong way to speak or right way. It's just the freedom of speech that we're concerned about. So let's continue, people. That's what we have to do on both sides of the river. You hear me all the time. We have to unite. We have to expose these no-good, rotten bastards like Alder Skank, Megan Green, and like Pussy Boy. He's also, we can nickname him Maximus Vaginus Francis Slay, because that's what he is, a Maximus Vaginus. And we can continue, people, to expose them. And at the end of the day, you know what we got to do. And I'm saying this with no one here. Don't blame Lou Reed for my crazy chants and rants today. You can't blame him. You can only blame me. The only one you could blame last week and the week before and the day before and the day before, Bob Romanik. And I don't give a damn. You hear me? My political enemies, I don't give a damn. And my political friends will continue to fight these rotten bastards. Not to be politically correct, I'm politically insane. Been that way for 6 years, going to continue until we destroy these rotten bastards that are trying to destroy us. Destroy them politically, of course, right here on the dark side.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time. And I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha.
The Patriot.
Your First Amendment and All-American Station. A division of Insane Broadcasting. Renegade Radio.
KQQZ.